What's up, YouTube? What's going on, guys? I wanted to get in touch with you and have my live today. I made sure to make time out of my day, took the schedule, took the time. I'm ready to rock. And I have a topic that to me is extremely interesting and fascinating. And hopefully you agree to me. Again, at the end of this video, I'll open up to all the questions you have. If you've been following my Instagram, you've noticed I've been doing a lot more of the questions and answers on my story. I love answering all your questions because I come up with topics all I want, but unless I'm answering what you want to hear, I'm pretty much just talking to myself. So regardless, there's been a lot of podcast movements out there that calories do not matter. That calories do not matter, that if you're in a ketogenic state, it doesn't matter. And there are things they point to, for example, fats. There are different caloric amounts. If you put it in a calorie measuring machine where they basically burn shit, right? See how much energy it produces. There is difference. Like, for example, some fats are worth 8 grams. Some fats are worth 9.2. Some are worth 8.8. I'm not going to get into which ones are worth which. Bottom line is there's even a difference in calories in each different kind of fat, but it kind of averages out to 9. We kind of round it up. So a lot of people like Gary Taubes and others in the ketogenic world, in the high fat world, and even the carnivore world are saying that calories are secondary to the food you eat and the hormonal response they elicit. And to that I say yes and no, but mostly no. And here's why. At the end of the day, you need to adjust things to lose fat. And you need to look at the empirical evidence. For example, I've prepped thousands of people for bodybuilding shows. I've helped thousands of people lose weight. I still do diet coaching. It's Lobliner.com. Lobliner.com is where my rates are. I'm not cheap, but I'm the best, in my opinion, which it should be my opinion if I still do it. I don't really advertise it much. I just want to let you know that I do. I have worked with tons of people since 1999, actually 1997. And one thing is, you know that when you decrease calories, when you take a person who's on a controlled set calorie program, whether they're on a higher fat diet, because I have some people who respond more to a higher fat diet, or a lower fat diet, or a higher carb or lower carb, whatever you want to say, at the end of the day, if you are going to decrease their calories, and if you are going to increase their cardio, you're going to notice fat loss, or at least weight loss. Whether this is muscle or fat depends on a lot of environmental things. However, you're going to lose weight if you decrease calories and increase activity. Most of the time, if you're on a set diet, if you're on a controlled diet. So, regardless of your macros, you're going to lose weight. And science, here's the deal. There's a study done in 2008 that found that those who tracked their food intake coming from a diet they were doing before where they weren't, lost 17.5 pounds, double what they were losing before they started tracking their food intake. Now that's a whole lot of weight. Other studies that compared low carb versus low fat found little difference. One who went lower carb lost 10 pounds. One who went lower fast lost 6 pounds. Actually, if you click on the link in the description box below, we actually referenced some of those studies in an article we did on Tiger Fitness. And if you're looking at the most militant of militant guy who eats only meat, which a lot of people say, evolutionarily speaking, we would be shredded and not have any fat on our body, you have to look at Dr. Shawn Baker, who I actually consider an acquaintance. I consider him a nice guy. But if calories didn't matter, he's eating like 4 pounds of beef a day or whatever he claims. Shouldn't he be more shredded? Like, at the end of the day, Dr. Shawn Baker is an amazing physical specimen. He's lean. He's a world record holder in indoor rowing, which is amazing. And he's over 50 years old. But let's be real, guys. He posts a lot of topless pics and he's not shredded. Me, I'm pretty fucking shredded. I eat carbs. So just from an empirical standpoint, okay, you go, he's natural, I'm on HRT. I get it. Then how do you look at a Doug Miller? Okay, Doug Miller, not the best example, but Kurt Widener or other natural pros who stay really lean. You could point to genetics, you could point to whatever you want. At the end of the day, both scientifically and empirically speaking, we will state that calories do matter. So what I want to say is, and I made an Instagram, if you're not watching my outright minutes on Instagram, I highly encourage you to do so. Yeah, Drug Miller. Even Lutherans are getting in. Even religious people. I want you to know, Lifting Lutheran, Doug is a devout Christian. He is. We found that out when we made really bad jokes on the road and we offended the living shit out of him. But anyway, here's the deal, guys. I'll put my notes to this side. Calories matter. What diet you choose is a diet that you'll be most likely to subscribe to 10 years from now. Don't pick a diet because somebody said it's the best. For example, if ketogenic diets cure cancer, if ketogenic diets cure cancer, they make you shredded and they make you feel better, what if you can't adhere to that? Actually, just talking about this, Alan Aragon, I commented on one of his pictures. At the end of the day, people cannot stick to diet. Diet adherence is a huge thing. Most Americans are not going to adhere to a diet they do not enjoy. So my opinion is if you enjoy bacon and ribeye and you really don't like carbohydrate-based foods, hey, ketogenic the fuck out of your life. But if you're someone like me who likes a balance of food, who likes eating meat, who likes eating, bread, who likes having dinner with his family, who likes bananas and apples and grapes and blueberries, then by all means do that. You got to find something that works for you and then make sure you control your calories or, either raise your calories to gain weight or lower them to lose weight. And I have a great book out. It's called dropfactorbook.com. That's dropfactorbook.com. That explains all of this. But the bottom line is I'm not going to tell you to do a diet you cannot adhere to. Find a diet you can adhere to. Adherence is number one. Composition is number two. Just remember that. So that's it for that. We can move on to Q&A and answer everything you have. Juicehead, well, thank you. Appreciate that. This shit's literally gay. Well, I will say I am married with 3 children, but I guess if I'm gay, I'm gay. I guess if that makes me gay, that makes me gay. Not only do calories matter, don't forget about calories out, not just calories in. Absolutely. One thing that I don't like about what the calories don't matter zealots is they say that exercise, Gary Taubes actually said this in one of his podcasts, exercise is just there to modulate what carbohydrates you bring in. My opinion is just don't eat carbs. I think it's much more than that. Mark, you already know your favorite subscriber back again, Tommy. Welcome, Tommy. What's that shirt? It says, seek discomfort, grow stronger. We had it at the Natural Body event. It's still available at Natural Body. Stephen Blackwell, what's going up? I'm listening about calories and keto. Thanks for joining us, Ephraim. Why can't people stop stressing over everything? Lift heavy, eat healthy, look good? Well, because people are always looking for a quick fix. And honestly, eating healthy is a very vague term. While some people think that eating bacon and ribeye is healthy, other people think that eating meat is bad for you and murder. And it's just there's too much conflicting viewpoints, data, and information. What's better, measuring raw or cooked? Well, I don't think it really matters. I think as long as you're consistent, I always measure cooked because let's be real here. I don't feel like pre-portioning out my chicken breasts. I love you, Mark, and I love you too, Amor. Drug Miller. How do you get prescribed HRT? Well, you get your blood work taken, and your doctor will probably refer you to an endocrinologist. And if he feels that HRT will benefit you, you can do that. My doctor, if you go to my HRT vlog, my HRT series on the Lobliner channel, that's youtube.com/Lobliner. I have a doctor who you can contact as well. He will run your blood work and determine if it's correct for you. Never understood why people give you shit about your arms. You're jacked, dude. My arms are too small for my back and chest, and I'm okay with that. I earned a bodybuilding pro card. And I also have been on the covers of magazines, and the people who say shit about me normally haven't done shit in their life. Keep up the good work. Thank you, A. Pearson. Bro, your lats look like wings. Is that from steroids? I think it's from heavy lifting, but steroids might have played a role in that. I don't know. Fortnite also cures cancer. I wish that was true because my kids would never get cancer. Mark, how do you stay in shape when you're traveling for a few days, can't eat and train properly? Why not? At the end of the day, whether you're traveling or you're at home, there's always gyms. All right, you saw, I vlogged it when I was on vacation. I didn't miss one session. I got up and trained before my family woke up. There's always gyms. And if there's not a gym, there's always outside. You can go do HIIT cardio, you can do push-ups, you can do whatever. And also the one thing consistent is your mouth. See, I just got my teeth cleaned yesterday. Look at that, they look good. At the end of the day, man, eating's eating. Like you're putting fucking food in your mouth. If you cannot fucking modulate that, then you're not good at life. It's not that fucking difficult. The best diet is the one that you can stick to. Well, I can stick to cream puffs and ding dongs all day lifting Lutheran, but at the end of the day, I think the best diet is one that adheres to some principles of health and wellness and some common sense, however you enjoy. Hey, Mark, what do you think about OMAD diet? Some are claiming it's the best. I think it has a lot of evolutionary processes that are correct. However, for many people, it's going to be hard to slam in 2,000 calories in one meal a day. I do it once a week, once, twice a week when I fast. I do believe in the benefits, but I would not be getting enough calories. What's the point of low carb, high carb days? Is it that serious? Can I lose weight eating healthy, cardio eating? I don't like carb cycling. Anybody who's watched me for any bit of time know I think my answer to that is usually carb cycling is retarded. So I'm not a fan. I say just have a linear diet and incorporate refeeds as necessary when you get relatively lean. I think OMAD is an eating disorder. I think it has some health benefits, and but I also think that it's not sustainable long-term for most. Hey, Mark, is cardio right after lifting going to kill gains? If you get your macros for the day in, it doesn't matter if you train for 3 hours straight and you don't eat for 5 hours around there. If your calories are the same at the end of the day, you're going to be fine. Should I do keto for my health, not losing weight? Well, you can argue to keto health benefits all day long. What I would recommend you do is if you don't like keto and you're not losing weight, you're not getting results, I would change. But I would limit my consumption of simple carbohydrate, of sugar, of processed foods, of breads. Fruits are fine. In fact, fruits have been found to not be insulinogenic. So bananas, apples, berries, those are all good, man. Those are all good. Also, if you're going to eat bread, don't eat Wonder Bread, eat Ezekiel bread. Just make smarter choices, and that'll be healthy, and hopefully you can lose some weight. If you want a good diet to lose weight, go to dropfactorbook.com. Can you give us some examples as far as easy versus hard to digest greens? I know you mentioned cutting broccoli out and you're eating mostly romaine lettuce. I'm actually starting to put broccoli back in, being that my digestive system is on point right now. Just eat and experiment and see which ones work best for you. Have you noticed the difference with the C8, C10 oil versus pure C8 in the morning? I've never done pure C8 oil. Honestly, I don't notice much. I wanted to try it. I don't notice much unless I'm fasting. When I'm fasting, I will have MCT throughout the day. And my fast is a modified fast where I have MCT and ritual, and I will have branch chains if I'm working out. However, I do not do a straight fast where all I drink is water. What other food than fish and seafood can I get my omegas from? Well, omega-3 is very high in grass-fed beef. And you could also get omega-3 from some plants, although alpha-linoleic acid is very, very, very poorly converted to DHA and EPA in the body. Hey, Mark, going to be at the expo in Vegas in September? I will be at the Olympia. We will be passing out outright bars. On low carb for most of this year, I was just told my blood uric acid is high, so I got a little urine. Can you recommend a macro breakdown that can still help me make gains but lower my uric acid? I think the macros I have in my book, dropfactorbook.com, will be just what the doctor ordered. But that's just me. I'm not a doctor. It's just what this doctor ordered. And I'm not a doctor. I'm a vaginal enthusiast. Off topic, I know that your TRT is forever on the long run, but can it make you sterile? Yes, I believe it can. Didn't make me sterile. I had to go get that done. Wish it made me sterile. It would have saved me a lot of pain with that fucking vasectomy. Does arginine affect cutting? It actually helps you because it drops the wallet from your pocket. Arginine really doesn't do much of anything. Just stop taking it. You haters piss me off. Long live the Lobliner family. Haters are haters, and I love them. They actually boost my revenue because they watch my videos. Unless they have ad block or red, I love them. Is testosterone booster a steroid? I always thought it was a hormone. Insurgent and Barracuda are natural testosterone boosters, which utilize herbs that have been scientifically demonstrated to increase testosterone production in your body. Off topic, that's the one I answered. Are you at your ideal weight and body fat? Well, I'm here, so I guess it's ideal. Mark, have you ever worked diets with women with PCOS? My wife stays on the keto diet while she is healthy. She has been stalled for months. Well, any knowledge will be helpful. Well, she can contact me and I'll look more into it. Okay? I'm at Marc, M-A-R-C, at mtsnutrition.com, or she can check out my rates at marklobliner.com, and we can find out if it's a good fit. I want to be on test. Well, maybe you should go get that checked out. After a year of watching your stuff and researching products, finally purchased some stuff yesterday. Can't wait. Thank you so much, and thank you for allowing me to earn your business. Off topic, I know that True TR. Okay, that guy's asked that same thing. Agreed, keto is supposed to suppress appetite, so you may see weight loss not without counting calories, but we will come to a point where we have to reduce calories to continue to lose weight. Absolutely. Any of these keto tards who think that you can just fucking eat whatever you want and stay or get lean, they're out of their mind, because even though it suppresses appetite, I've seen motherfuckers get fat on keto. People who did actually do keto. You can, it's caloric balance. While that's not the only determinant factor, it does matter. It does matter. So anybody who says that caloric intake does not matter for fat loss, like Gary Taubes, is out of his fucking mind. Does Drop Factor do meal plans with intermittent fasting, or at least... Drop Factor is a book. It has meal plans in it, but it does not use intermittent fasting or keto. However, if you hire me as a coach, I can do any diet. I can do keto. In fact, I normally, like maybe 5% of the time, most of my clients, I'm able to get them really lean with adequate carbs, adequate fat, and adequate protein. Some of my clients who really fucking suck in the fucking burning carbs department, their bodies just aren't good at fucking handling carbs. They just don't get shredded. I'm talking contest shredded. Those are people I will move to keto towards the end, and then I'll carb them up for the show. Would you recommend keto if someone was going from 30% body fat to goal of 10? Would you change caloric deficit under? I wouldn't, because I don't think you'll stick to it long term. And the key is, Ephraim, what happens when you get to 10%? You just stop dieting, you just get fat as fuck again. I think the diet I outlined in dropfactorbook.com will be perfect for you, because it does incorporate carbs. So you can enjoy a slice of bread or an apple or a banana. You know, Ding dongs. Ding dongs are a snack cake that are chocolate on the outside with chocolate frosting on the outside and nice white cream on the inside. They're fucking delicious. I haven't had one since I was like 7 years old, but I can still think back and get a boner to when I eat those. 50 carbs a day, best diet. Well, there you go, man. That's all you need, because there's no other macronutrients in the world. You just have carbs. As long as you do 50 carbs a day, that's 200 calories. That's all you eat. You're good. Thank you for adding in that fucking brilliance. Off topic, God damn it, man. Is coffee good? Fuck yeah, dude. I make a coffee. It's called Pachamama Coffee by Ambrosia. Pachamama Coffee, put some ritual in it. I've already drank probably 5 cups of Pachamama today. Daily calories versus weekly calories. Daily is acute, weekly is long-term. So I feel that if you're off your macros by a little bit, by 10% one day, it kind of evens out. So over the course of the week is what matters. So as long as it all evens out over the course of time, you're good. What's your go-to free meal? I don't have one because I don't crave any food. I will tell you, my favorite meal in the world is eggs and toast. I'm a simple man. I really just love eggs and toast. My favorite sweet tooth meal is an MTS Nutrition brownie. A 30-second MTS Nutrition whey brownie. That's God's honest. But I did have, for a snack, I posted it on my Instagram right now, at Marc Lobliner. I had GAF whey, which is Chris Jones's Pump Chasers brand, with a frozen banana in it, top whipped cream. Oh, to die for. Thanks for all you do, bro. I'm a customer for life. Thank you, Austin. Can you have kids on TRT? Yes, both Thomas and Preston were TRT babies. Also, where's the new MTS whey flavor, brother? I don't recall promising a new MTS whey flavor, but there is a new Pump Chasers flavor coming out this Friday. Yeah, Pump Chasers. Chris Jones's line. You guys, I don't know if I'm even supposed to say it, but it might be pineapple upside down cake. Message Chris and ask him if you could buy some. So Chris Jones, you know who it is. Pineapple upside down cake is coming out this week or early next at Tiger Fitness. If I'm trying to cut body fat, what is more optimal, weight training or cardio? Weight training is always the most optimal thing you could do, because weight training actually increases your GLUT4 uptake. It increases your body's ability to handle calories. Insulin increases your muscle mass, which will increase your caloric burn over the long term, your basal metabolic rate. Weight training over cardio any day of the week. Maybe a dumb question, but chicken and beef from the grocery store ain't processed, right? Well, it depends if it's in a can, but if it's just a fucking piece of chicken breast, no. Will Monster Ultra Zero break a fast? Who cares? Who cares? Fasting isn't, look, even if you get in, like, if 2 grams of carbs went into your body, you're not going to break all the benefits of a fast. You guys got to quit being so fucking militant about this fasting shit. Keep doing your thing, brother. You've educated me a ton on certain things. Thank you. I never have an appetite and have to get the majority of my calories from 2 protein shakes a day and drinking milk throughout the day. I eat 1 meal in the evenings, work hard at the gym, and my fucked. As long as you eat your macros, I don't give a fuck what they come from. You're just missing out on micronutrients. So make sure you get your veggies in, or supplement with something like machine greens. I watched a day of eating from you. You really love the red velvet protein cakes and brownies? Oh, absolutely. I am a super picky eater. I like no vegetables. Well, stop being such a fucking pussy. What vitamins and stuff you think I should take when cutting, keep me as healthy and energy filled as I can? I always drink a morning shake of ambrosia nectar and MTS Nutrition Machine greens. What do you think of caffeine pills for pre-workout? I think you should take Clash. For a person who just wants to be fit and lean, what is your thoughts on free meals once a week? I think for most people, it's a very good thing to add into your diet mentally. I know you're an HRT running 300 milligrams a week. Do you use any Arimidex with a dose? If so, are you doing around 0.25? Okay, I'm doing Arimidex. I'm taking 2 times a week at 1 milligram, Monday and Thursday. So I do everything Monday, Thursday. The only thing I take every day is my Semirel and HGH. But I take testosterone. I take 0.75. I take 0.7 cc's every Monday and Thursday. I take a half a cc of DECA every Monday and Thursday. And then I take 500 IUs of HCG every Monday and Thursday. You've seen a common thread here. And then I take the Arimidex Monday and Thursday, 1 milligram. But I take the Semirel and HGH Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 600 micrograms per dose. Monday through Friday. How to get rid of young love handles, mate? Stop being so fucking fat. You know, you got to lose fat. So you got to go on a good diet. One good one I recommend is dropfactorbook.com. How can we become a client of yours? Go to marclobliner.com. That's MarcLobliner.com. And my rates are there. Keto is a fad. I disagree. Keto's been around since the 70s with Dr. Atkins. I don't think keto's going anywhere. I think it's going to keep growing and growing and growing in popularity. And people are going to keep starting it and ending it really quick. It's not a fad. It's going to keep going. It's been going since the 70s, resurged in the late 90s, and came back now. How accurate are TDE calculators? I just want to see where my maintenance they're a range, but they're not very accurate, but they give you an idea of where to start. Do you have different programs for guys on gears? Are your programs the same as for guys on natties? Well, they can vary a little bit, but at the end of the day, training is overload and diet is intake. And I adjust from there. So I know some people who they have no difference when they're on or off. So generally speaking, there's not much difference, and there shouldn't be. I mean, ergogenics are ergogenics, man. Awesome. Thank you so much. You have help clear up some info. Ho-hos are better than king dons. You mean ding-dongs, right? How does coffee affect if my calorie is in deficit? No. Coffee just makes you happy and has antioxidants. Coffee's great. My coffee says 5 calories per teaspoon, but the macro count says it's 2 carbs, which is 8 calories. If you're just using coffee grinds and you're fucking brewing coffee, just don't count it. If you count coffee grinds in your macros, you need to either be fucking sent to Krypton to fucking die, or you need to go seek counseling because you have a mental disorder. What kind of toast? Wheat or Ezekiel? Ezekiel isn't as good, but I know it's healthy. I love Ezekiel bread, man. Is it okay to eat instant noodles every day? I think they're extremely insulinogenic, and I think they lack nutrients. It's okay to do whatever the fuck you want to do. It's your life, you know? I'm not going to judge what you eat if that's what you enjoy. And if it fits your macros, you will lose weight. But there's other places to get your carbs that have much better micronutrient input to your diet. How vegans build muscle? Same way as us. They can get protein too. All you keto pukes be jumping on the next popular diet when it comes out and doing it all wrong, of course. Generally speaking, bandwagoners are bandwagoners. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to totally agree with you because I don't want to alienate all my beautiful keto followers. Mark, have you seen the new Ronnie Coleman movie? I usually avoid anything Generation Iron does now. Intermittent fasting for 18 hours or 23? 23. But I wouldn't do it every day. I don't think you'll be able to get enough calories. I'm allergic to fruits and vegetables, no joke. Fuck. That sucks. Mark, you're the shit brother. Thank you. Would you highly recommend bulk, comp, or putter repump? For teen, skinny, fat guy, you're a teen, dude. Just eat good food and train heavy. You shouldn't be measuring your macros as a teenager. I just think that's not a good mental place to be in. Sorry about that 100,000 times repetitive question. Didn't mean to. Sure you didn't, Andrew. Sure you didn't. It's a fad with the individual then? Maybe. Went AFK, didn't hear your answer about staying in shape while traveling. Just, there's a gym everywhere you fucking go. And if there's not, there's a street to do hit on. And you put food in your mouth. That doesn't change based on location. So stop making fucking excuses and just fucking stick to your program. And if you don't stick to your program, don't fucking make excuses about it. Just say, hey, I'm a pussy. And when I go to restaurants, I want to order pizza. What would you stack Yohimbine HCl with besides caffeine? Drop factor. Mark, what's the safest option compared to gear? Staying natural, lifting heavy weights, and eating healthy food. With what you suggested, could a person cut body fat and get fit and lean without cardio, just weight training and a caloric deficit? Well, yeah. Yeah, I know a lot of people get lean without cardio. Yohimbine, best fat loss supplements for belly? Diet would be that. Diet and training. Will I lose muscle in a deficit even if I'm working out? You might. It happens. It just happens. You're not going to lose all fat. Thank you, Mr. Gaines. Mate, my height is 1.76 meters and weight at 71. I still have these bloody love handles. How can I get rid of it? Stop being so fucking fat, Ryan. I said this before in this. You got to diet. Go to dropfactorbook.com or find another diet that controls your macros and adjust them as you go. Is full body training better than splits for building muscle and burning fat? Exercise doesn't really do much for burning fat. It builds muscle, and what's going to burn your fat are calories. So at the end of the day, I think you should weight train, but whatever you'd enjoy more. If you enjoy full body more, do full body. If you enjoy splits more, do splits. Do you watch Ben Greenfield? A good one to watch for weird longevity things? I actually don't. Only rice and tuna because I am broke? Well, do something to get out of that situation, bro. Is a bag of trail mix a day good for bulking? I really don't care for trail mix. It depends what's in it. If it's just healthy nuts and berries, that's fine. It is what it is. Do you have gyno? I have some gyno on my left nipple from when I was a teenager. It's been there since I was like 15, but it hasn't changed since. Do you feel like non-athletes are at a disadvantage? They're never really being pushed to their limits? Not really. What's an athlete? I mean, I think everyone's an athlete. It's just a matter of to what degree. There are sedentary athletes and there are professional athletes and then there are elite athletes. So my question to you is exactly define an athlete. Every human has athletic ability. It's just a matter of what degree. How to deal with stretch marks? You really don't. Just keep them moisturized. If they're there, they're not going away. Hello, please. Where can I find roids? I'm ready for them. I need a plus. Asking this in a public forum on YouTube shows that you're not ready for much in life, except maybe riding the short bus to school, because that's a real fucking stupid thing to ask in a public forum. Did Castleberry ever get back to you about your challenge? Hello, this is 2015, returning your call. Best strength training program? There's no best. There's a lot of good ones, but I think anyone that utilizes progressive overload will be great. Who's your favorite actor? Who's my favorite actor? That's a fucking good question. I'm trying to think. Oh man, I really don't know. I really couldn't answer you right now. I really couldn't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have one. Currently in treatment for anorexia, I'm underweight by 30 pounds. I'm expected by doctors to meet 2 pounds of weight gain a week, but I want a reverse diet to maximize unnecessary body fat. Don't. You're an anorexic. Listen to the doctors. Don't worry about storing unnecessary body fat. You're in a fucking predicament where you're going to ruin everything hormonally. You're going to fuck up everything in your body. Your hair is going to fall out. Just fucking gain weight. Worry about that shit later. Have you an opinion on Thomas Yeah, I know Thomas DeLauer. Yes, I've seen his stuff. He does keto and IF. He's also a six-pack abs guy. I think he's a brilliant individual, but I also think he's a little too obsessed with selling shit. I think he's cool. I think he's very smart. I'd love to meet the guy. I think he's a smart dude, but I don't agree with everything he says. And anybody who's involved with six-pack abs, you kind of got to question what the fuck they're doing with their life. What made you obsessed with your appearance? Well, I was a fat kid. I don't really obsess with my appearance, though. As you can see, my hair is never combed. And I did shave last night, though. Shout out to Tiger Fitness. Very good motivation. It pushed me with my channel as well. Thank you. I'll continue following. Well, thank you, Tone Mott Gym Box. Should I scaly food before or after? Let's say I want to have 100 rice. Should I do it before or after? Good luck pre-measuring rice, unless you're cooking one serving. There are supplements to lose belly fat that you recommend. Diet and exercise. I wish you grew to 6'1", made an NFL team on defense, then I could have seen Tom Brady sacked by Lobliner. Still not too late. Is it okay if I keep my protein high during a keto diet, or should it be kept moderate? Dante, I don't believe that being in ketosis, deep in ketosis matters. I believe that you just need to control carbohydrate. If you're interested in being on a keto diet, just don't worry about having a certain protein to fat ratio. The three rules I have to keto diets, I stole from Dr. Bickman at BYU because he's a pretty smart guy when it comes to keto. Number one is control carbs. Number two is eat adequate protein, which is a gram per pound of body weight. Number three is fill in the rest with fat. Do that. That's all you need to know. Barney Rubble, what an actor. Night shift. Oh, nice. I know you grind and spend non-work time with family, but are you die-hard fan of any sports team? Nope. I don't do well following others. I'd rather be my own athlete. Doesn't matter what year. He could have answered you about when you talked about it. Okay, I'm sorry you don't like this, but you can leave if you'd like. What are your thoughts on Brandon Carter? He seems pretty knowledgeable. Seems like a nice guy. I've corresponded with him before. I like him. I personally do like Brandon Carter, or Keto King. My weight stays the same no matter what I do. I lift 3 times a week and do kickboxing 4 times. Do you think I'm doing too much cardio? No, I think cardio has become your baseline, so I think that you just need to lower your calories. What do you think of transverse Veritrol? I think it's fine. It's good. Are you boxing again at all? I train boxing every week. I'm actually training tomorrow morning. Thoughts on canned tuna fish? I despise eating it. I love my oatmeal and Ezekiel toast too much to be on keto, and my occasional pizza. Amen. Thoughts on soy? It's GMO, it's processed, and it's low quality protein. I don't think it's anything wrong with eating it. I just wouldn't go out of my way to eat it. What about fat people doing keto? How would you estimate protein requirements? You don't. See how fucking fat they are. If they weigh 340 pounds, 340 grams of protein. Keep it simple. Please, for calorie sake, shout out my name. No. Make a video yelling at fat people so I can play it when I crave pizza or ice cream. No. I'm not a fat shamer. What's your take on gluten? Do you think it's bad or dismissible? I like gluten. I'm okay with it, unless you're a celiac or gluten intolerant. However, some people with digestive issues, remember, gluten is made up of 2 amino acids, which your body cannot digest. So if you have any digestive issues, you might want to minimize it. I wish I could find your product in Kuwait. Hey, if you have someone out there you want to carry it, tell them you want them to pick up MTS and I'll make it happen. Best of your subs for keto, buying a stack soon. All of them are perfect, except for Carb 10. But even then, Carb 10 doesn't kick you out of ketosis because it doesn't elicit an insulin response. Opinion on lifting while underweight, trying to get to a healthy weight. I'm lacking muscle from severe restriction. Just lift weights. Challenge your body. Overload. How to metabolize carbs and avoid spillage? Well, train is one thing. Training increases your GLUT4. You could also supplement with an insulin mimetic like Nutrient Driver, MTS Nutrition Nutrient Driver, which has been shown to help minimize the effect of carbohydrate. Basically, I say it makes carbs great again. But definitely exercise. It increases your GLUT4s and all that. It increases your body's ability to handle carbohydrate and insulin response. I'm having shoulder surgery in the next 1.5. Should I change my calories, raise or lower? I say keep it as it is and then respond as you need to. Do you think Blowhole is going to croak anytime soon? Who's Blowhole? Do you like carrot cake? Yeah, it's healthy. It has vegetables in it. What about dairy? Is it bad? Fuck no. I make fucking millions of dollars a year on whey protein. What do you think I'm going to say? Is carb backloading diet good for building muscle? I think the carb backloading system is fucking retarded and pointless. And I think the guy who wrote it's a dick anyway. He called me out on a podcast once. Someone sent it to me. So I have a fucking hard on for him right now. How often should a 15-year-old train? Well, it depends what your overload is. I have my daughter and son. They train with weights 5 days a week and take the days that they have soccer games off. So usually it just depends on your trainer, your volume. But honestly, you should train never unless someone shows you how to train properly. Is there an exact way to figure out how far you can go with carbs before you spill over and start to retain water? Experimentation. Ectomorph, how many times a week should one train? Same as an endomorph. I'm 5'8", 170, can't seem to gain weight. Should I raise my calories? You just answered your own question. How do Katie and Fiona get along? They're actually really good friends. I'll be like, Katie, what are you up to? She's like, oh, he. I'm not assuming Katie's gender. She's like, oh, I'm just talking to Fiona. Supplements that are safe for kids. My kids sip on machine fuel all day long. They drink machine whey and eat sludge. Everything I make is safe for them. It's just, what do you want to give them? I make no hormonal products. I wouldn't give them a pre-workout. No, not everything. I wouldn't give them pre-workouts. I don't want them that many stems. Anyway, guys, 33 minutes in. Thanks for joining. I'm Marc Lobliner, CEO MTS Nutrition. Click on the link below. Read that dope-ass article.